So today, what I want to chat with you about, I shared a little earlier, the top 5 reasons why you should purchase a home today. Don't wait. We're going to go through those. I've got a chart or a PowerPoint that Josh is driving. I'm going to talk you through my thoughts on this, and let's get started. If you're a buyer in today's market and you're thinking, I want to get into the market, but I'm going to sit on the sidelines or not enter the market for the first time because I think rates and prices are going to drop. I'm going to wait until maybe the first or second quarter of next year. In my opinion, you're making a huge mistake. I could give you a dozen reasons why, but let's just focus on the top 5 in this discussion. My top 5 reasons why you should buy a home today versus wait for those rates and prices to drop. As you know, my name is Ron Siegel, host of Ron Siegel Radio and branch manager at Geneva Financial. Here are the top 5 reasons why you should buy in today's market. Number 5 is higher rates or fewer buyers. So the big move up in interest rates, that it decreases the affordability, which is bad. People are now struggling with affordability. I'm going to show you a chart I'm using going all the way back to 2006 when we had our last issue with affordability. So you can see clearly we have fewer buyers in a higher rate environment, which is good for today's active buyers. Take a look at number 4. You can look all the way back there at July and see where the affordability was. Take a look today. And yes, we are lower in affordability. So if you're out there buying and you can afford, or we can help you get to a point of affording, you're going to be much better off. Number 4, the last 2.5 years, in order to buy, you had to overbid for the property. Sellers prioritized offers where buyers were releasing protective contingencies for your loan, your inspection, your appraisal, all of your contingencies. That's like buying a property with no safety net. So let's just say in a normalized market like today, if one of those things go awry, either the value, a home inspection, or even your loan, for an example, you have the ability to exit the transaction without losing deposits. Again, the last 2.5 years, the sellers did not need to accept offers with contingencies because it was such a heavy seller's market. Number 3, we have a better selection of homes. So the last 2.5 years, homes have come to market, and then at times, within the hour, multiple bids are on the property, and the house immediately came off the market. You may have never known it was available, and a lot of times through the pandemic, those houses were coming soon or not quite to the MLS. Those are called pocket listings, and that transaction was done outside of your view, so we had no idea. The only thing you saw was that house just sold, and again, had no idea it was ever on the market. So now you're going to have a better selection as we start to pivot into buyer's market. Today is the stronger market for you, the buyer. Number 2. This was kind of the main gist of this whole discussion. You're a buyer that's left the market and sitting on the sidelines, stalling to enter the market because your belief is, I'm going to enter when rates and or prices drop. That's a big mistake. And think about what the last few points, numbers 5, 4, and 3 have said. Those bullet points of the top 5, those are now gone because those issues were a hot seller's market. As a buyer in that phase, in those first 3, it's because it was a heavy seller's market. If prices and rates drop, we're going to move right back into that seller's market again. Do you want to go through that again, trying to find a new house? Now, you as a buyer, if you're waiting, you're going to put yourself right back there in that position of overbidding, releasing your contingencies, which is no safety net for you to protect the deposit, and then a limited selection again. So that's a buyer's problem. If you wait because of those issues, you're going to wait for more buyers to come back into the market, prices to go up, and interest rates will be down, but again, it's going to still cost you more. And the number one reason for waiting, or for that I say for buying right now, this is the biggest issue. Because we're in a buyer's market, we're allowed to negotiate concessions and terms with the seller. So we did this with a lot of families in 2007, 8, 9, 2018, 2019, and the past 6 months. because we can negotiate concessions. There's a multitude of ways we can do this. And I'm going to be putting out, and you can get a copy of it here, RSR Top 5, rsrtop5.com. You're going to be able to get a copy of it. But I'm going to be putting out some different methods of affordability for you, ways that you can get back into the market. That's the whole idea. That's what we started talking about. So we're going to break down temporary buy downs, a 3-2-1 buy down, a 2-1 buy down. Those are temporary. We're going to look at permanent rate buy downs. When we take a seller concession, we can reduce the interest rate. We've done lots of these, and I know how to get them done on the purchase contract correctly and internally at the bank so we can avoid predatory and high-cost lending laws and the byproduct where we work with concessions. And remember, that's only because we're in a buyer's market. We dramatically reduce the rate. We reduce the payment. We can reduce the income needed to qualify, and it's for the life of the loan. It's not temporary. Now, we do have those temporary ones available that people are talking about, but I like the permanent ones better. I think education is good, and you're going to quickly realize now's the time because you're the buyer and you control the market. And again, we're going to have what we call a TCA, total cost analysis, available. Those are below if you're looking at our page already, but they're below. You'll see the financing, what you're looking for. Again, how to get back into the market, the temporary 3-2-1 buy down, the temporary 2-1 buy down, the permanent buy down, all done within the guidelines of lending. And we're going to show that to you. Again, you have questions, give me a call, and we're more than happy to work through those numbers with you in a customized manner. We just used examples here, and those are the top 5 reasons to buy real estate today.